We're here at the Cambridge House Resource Conference at the MGX booth, and we're speaking with Jared. Now, Jared, you have come into 2018 very strong in the markets, and we know that there are a lot of exciting things planned with MGX, and what can you share with us?
Well, I think the biggest thing coming into the new year is that we've really begun to focus on the transition between the traditional energy industry, fossil fuels, oil and gas, and the new energy industry driven primarily by all things electric in terms of power generation, really looking at alternatives and renewables as the primary new energy producers of power moving forward. And what this means in terms of technology, commodities, all these different opportunities which will be the foundation of the new energy economy, which could run really, I mean, when you look at the upgrades in infrastructure required, the power generation, renewables, the commodities required for electric vehicles, batteries, mass storage devices, you're talking about a major transition that could take upwards of 30 or 40 years at best guess.
All right, well with that, last year you brought a lot of new team members on, and you did support and finance some really interesting technology. Tell us a bit about some of the team members and how you're going to be unfolding these divisions.
Well, recently we engaged Ian Graham. He's 20 years with the Rio Tinto. We needed somebody that had operational experience for a major corporation. This was a good fit for us. We are transitioning out of the smaller, kind of traditional entrepreneurial management style into more of a mid-level corporate style without trying to lose or without losing our creativity. So what we tried to do is bring in folks fairly well-rounded, but obviously a very high-quality skill set, and really made sure that everybody has some level of a significant corporate background, so they can work within a large team or a mid-sized organization. We just added MGX Minerals, led it up by Francisco Acuna, who is president of our Latin American operations now. This is very exciting. We're expanding into Chile. There's a reason that Chile is number one in lithium brine production, number one in lithium production in the world. They have the best brine. So we're very excited to have very experienced mining group, small mining group behind us to look at joint ventures and acquisitions of what is probably the best overall brine in the world, particularly in consideration of impurities which have a cost to remove.
All right, and then what are some of the projects or sites or locations that you're really excited about for 2018?
Well, the biggest, and I'll just actually add in terms of the team, a key group that I left out was our expansion into the state of California. There are areas in California related primarily to geothermal, which are unique, to say the least, in terms of mineralogy, not just in terms of lithium and salts, but actually potentially heavy metals as well. Very interesting water in California. We have the former head of the California State Senate, the majority leader, Senator Polanco, who's now retired and is a primary consultant for us in the state of California, aligning all stakeholders, the state, and a lot of connections locally in terms of understanding what people desire, jobs, and things of that nature. On the other side, we have just announced that we are engaging a former top Berkshire Hathaway Energy executive to work with the senator. He worked with the 9 geothermal plants that Berkshire owns in the Imperial Valley, was involved in the construction phase and the engineering, has a civil engineering background. So again, operational capability and political and community connections merging together to what we see as a quick development in California, pending exploration and kind of the results of what we can get a hold of. But I think we're going to start off on a very strong footing there as well.
Amazing. Well, we will follow along as you have a lot of media coverage that we've been seeing too. So we won't forget to check in on your story, and thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Crystal.